Okay, I posted a video this morning. Probably nobody knows I posted it, okay, because it was blocked worldwide. That's right. YouTube blocked it worldwide, so I actually find that funny, okay? It just says when you block of somebody's video on their opinion. See, I showed people 4 news reports, all in the last week or 2 weeks, okay? Basically the last week, but anyhow. I have showed people 4 news reports on the so-called zombie attacks, okay, starting with the person in Miami. And I threw the question out there all week long as I've been following this. I hadn't heard anything said about how it is that in the middle of broad daylight in Miami, Florida, major city, a man could strip down butt naked in public, okay, and not have a whole shitload of people calling in and turning them in for decent exposure. One, okay. Two, he supposedly attacked another guy, a homeless guy, beat the fuck out of him, chewed his face off his body. The cop had to shoot him and kill him because he was chewing the face off the guy's body, okay? And my problem with that, of course, starts with how does a guy strip naked in Miami, Florida, broad daylight, in a spot where a major highway's at, okay, and not be turned in for a decent exposure for one, because there was no reports on it, okay, and then attack somebody and strip that person? I mean, come on. You got 2 people here, one guy completely nude and the other guy almost naked, the homeless guy, as his clothes are tore off. Now, think about this with common sense, okay? How many adult men get in a fight with each other and strip each other down? Okay? How many adult men would strip naked, attack somebody, and then strip them down almost naked too while they're beating them up? Makes no sense. There's no common sense there at all, okay? I look at it this way. We have, out of the 4 stories, I observed that you got another guy who, this is funny too, okay? I'll leave the links below. This guy supposedly kills his roommate, okay? Cuts up his body, cuts out his heart, cuts out his brains, eats part of his brains and eats his heart, okay? But what I noticed was both of these perpetrators, so-called perpetrators, okay? I call them perpetrators because they were the guys that actually attacked and did the crime, right? Were black men. And I thought about that and said, okay, black men in the middle of an election for a U.S. president that's black, okay, Barack Obama, okay? So you think about that, and then you think about the Trayvon Martin case. All the lying the media did, how they portrayed Trayvon to be a child. Sure, he was 17, but he wasn't a child. The pictures they first showed the public for the first 30 days was pictures of when he was a child, okay, not even his current picture. And you say, well, where did they get them pictures? They had to have gotten them from the family. It's the only spot they could have got them. So, what does this tell you? Intentionally done to stir up tension amongst the races, to get the blacks and whites fighting each other, the Mexicans and so on. Division, brought to you by your media. Now you have this non-common sense, but you know what's sad in today's society? The majority of people don't possess common sense. Okay? And proof is in the pudding. But I get my kicks out of it when I can post a video up because I wasn't going to touch this case because it's just totally insane. It's fucking propaganda. I had Greg call in the show the other night and he brought this up about the guy chewing off his face and I seen the pictures and I'm this and I'm that and I'm, like I said, okay, Hollywood puts out millions of movies, millions. They're professionals at it, okay? What I see with that story of the guy getting his face chewed off is a Hollywood production, filmed, scripted act, played out in the mainstream media as being a true story. I find another story where a gal supposedly ate her infant son's I mean, killed her infant son and ate him, okay? Ate his brains, his heart, or what have you. I'll leave the links below, okay? I showed you that too, but I can't show you it because it was blocked worldwide, okay? And they clearly caught it a zombie attack, and they used a picture, a Hollywood scripted picture of a woman that's like from the Night of the Living Dead. Okay, you'll find the links underneath, okay? And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking how insane this is, but at the same time I'm thinking to myself, yeah, they're testing the public. They want to see how gullible you are. They want to see how stupid you are. They want to see how much you will actually bite into and believe. Okay? And it appears we have a whole bunch of people who believe this hogwash. Okay? And it's pathetic, okay, that how you could actually believe all this hogwash, okay? You know, I look at it this way. Chances of this stories, the 4 stories that you'll see underneath this video, being authentically true are very, 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 very slim. Chances that they're propaganda and lies are very, 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 very high. Okay? Yeah, no lie. Because take the plunge, guys. Why don't you go out there in a major city like Miami, broad daylight, near a highway, a major interstate, strip down nude, and see if you can make a week without being seen first, if you don't get busted for being naked and turned in for indecent exposure. Second, let's see how many people don't call and turn you in. Because I guarantee you, you're going to get turned into a whole bunch of people going to call, say you're naked outside, blah, blah, blah. Okay? They failed to show that in any news reports until today. And it appears Bay News 9 out of Florida now has 2 supposed witnesses, blah, 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 and a person saying that they seen the guy stripping naked outside on the causeway, whatever, right? First time I've heard of it in a week, okay? 2 weeks, what have you, okay? Since this story aired, okay? So, you know, I find this totally ludicrous. I find that chances are the pictures that you people have been seeing, the footage you've been seeing, is a script. It's an act. It's put in your face. What's the chances of this? Come on, how many adults do you know that get into a fight and strip each other down? How many adults get naked before they go attack somebody, adult men, and then attack another man, and while he's attacking him, go ahead and strip his clothes off? I mean, was this a sexual attack? Come on, okay? Common sense here. This is ludicrous. This is nuts. This is insane. This is way overboard. But I guess the real picture here is when I'm looking at 2 different stories out of 4 in a week, okay? They're not only testing you people to see how stupid you really are and how much you actually believe, but both perpetrators in 2 of the stories just happen to be black men. Yeah. Think about Trayvon, people. Think about how the media played that out. Think about how they posted his childhood pictures up there first. See, my own opinion on Trayvon and George Zimmerman is they're both pieces of shit. Trayvon, of course, he was young. He could have grown out of it. He could have grown up and become a better person. George Zimmerman, though, however, no. Okay, they were both troublemakers. George Zimmerman being old enough that he could have outgrown it or, grown out of it and learned, but it's obviously he didn't. Right? Would have Trayvon? I don't know. Can't say. Never know now, will we? But the one thing's for sure, what I see here is propaganda, lies. They're testing you to see how stupid you are. They want to see how much they can get you to believe. And so they have just laid out Night of the Living Dead in your face. Okay? Zombies. I mean, completely overboard. And there's that many people out here actually believing this hogwash. Pathetic. But you know what I find funny, YouTube, Google? I find it funny when I use Camtasia, make a video, and actually show the 4 news reports. Actually show the 4 news reports and give my opinion, as I'm doing right now. And you block it worldwide. Now that's funny. Because why would you block it worldwide? Why? It's only me showing you what you're showing the world and giving my opinion. Oh, that's right, my opinion. That's the problem. That's why you had to block it. Because you want to test the public and see how stupid they are. And you want to sit back and laugh at them for being gullible, stupid. Okay? And you don't want somebody like me coming along and throwing some common sense in their face to make them step back and think about what they're fucking seeing. Fucking pathetic.